Welcome to Rocket Podcasts. Rocket Podcast is brought to you by Blackbird Tattoo and Piercing, 300 South State, Clearfield, Utah. Go there, get tattooed, get pierced. Make an appointment. Also, Anti-All Forever Records, Kudu Spikes and Hate Store, MV.com, and buy some shit. Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? You can always reach me at rockgutpodcast@gmail.com. That is my email. You guys can also contact me through Facebook or Instagram. Right now I'm unable to respond to Facebook messages because I got a 5-day ban for something I posted last December. Almost a year ago. They are really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Who they want to silence. Boy, oh boy. I guess it's because an election's coming up. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in to Rocket Podcast. Thank you all who have emailed me or messaged me your ghost stories. I can still take a few more, but yeah, I got a bunch of ghost stories that people have sent in, and thank you all who have sent them in, and I am going to be sharing with you those stories for our Samhain Halloween show, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, you know how we always do, start the show off right. Everybody got a shot or something. Remember, this is for the lost. I had me a little shot of Jim Beam right there out of my Houston, Texas shot glass. Which is funny because I don't really care for any Houston teams. And I've never actually been to Houston. Been through the Dallas-Fort Worth area a few times. I've never been to Luckenbach, Texas. Let's go to Luckenbach, Texas. Waylon Willie and the boys. Never been there. But yeah, man. But you know how we do, man. We always pay a little tribute for the lost. You ever feel like you're the lost? Are you part of the lost? I don't know. Sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I feel like I am. Not gonna lie. It's easy to feel that way. Easy to get down a little bit on yourself and things around you. But that's not why we're here. We're here to conquer. That's right. We're here to conquer and win and be unapologetic for doing so. It doesn't mean we can't empathize or have compassion. We are here to conquer. Because make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. They said it just the other night in front of the entire nation. There's a dark winter coming. There's a dark winter coming. And it might already be here. Batten down the hatches, folks. Stock up on things you need. Necessities to keep people in your family alive. And particularly ammunition. Yes. But yeah, man. They said it. It's funny. But there's a dark winter coming. Here's a song by Serpent Column, Mirror in Darkness. Serpent Column, Mirror in Darkness. So last week I gave you guys my 10 must watch movies for the month of October, and then also 10 punk bands for the month of October. Bands that kind of embody the spirit of Halloween and all that. Right now I'm going to give you my 10 bands, heavy metal bands for the month of October. Bands just kind of embody the spirit of Halloween and darkness and everything. So without further ado, here we go. 10 Halloween must metal bands, right? These are in somewhat order of greatest to least, but not really. The first few are, but yeah. Anyway, here we go. Black Sabbath, obviously. They basically created heavy metal music, the aesthetic, the sound. Their songs are dark, evil, So, yeah, Black Sabbath. Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper is very much the embodiment of like a shock rocker with horror influenced and themed music and styles, and Welcome to My Nightmare, I think, is a masterpiece album. And I'm hoping to be have two friends come in here with me and do a serious review of Welcome to My Nightmare, the entire album. I'll let you know as soon as I know. But yeah, the two friends I asked to review that album with me on a serious level seem to be interested in it. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting that out to you. Motorhead, you know, he was a Hellraiser. Wrote a song called Hellraiser. Played chess against Pinhead in that song. Blood Rock, very unsung, not enough credit, underrated band. Possessed, they basically created death metal, and their Seven Churches is still a masterpiece. I think it celebrated, 25, 35 years just the other day. Dark Throne. I might get a little flack for that, for saying Dark Throne instead of Bathory or Mayhem, but I think Dark Throne. I like Dark Throne more than those bands. Slayer, obviously, brought a lot of scary horror-themed things into their music. Typo Negative. A lot of people will probably get grossed out by me mentioning that, but I don't really care. I think October Rust is a fantastic album. Typo Negative, I saw him a few times live. Always fantastic every time I saw him. R.I.P. Pete Still. And last but not least, Ministry. Hello, Wayne. Why do you dress like it's Halloween? Yeah, man. I think Ministry always fucking brought it. And even though they wrote a song a couple years ago in honor of Antifa, that's alright. He's entitled to his stupid fucking opinion. But, yeah, man. 10 must heavy metal bands. Did I miss anyone? I know immediately there are some of you saying King Diamond. I can't fuck with the falsetto shit, dude. That high pitch. Yeah. I mean, I know Slayer did it, but Slayer did a little bit, but not much. But god damn, dude, every fucking song, and I really, really would like to like them, but I can't do it. I can't do it. That's just me keeping it 100. Okay? I can't fucking do it, man. I can't do the goddamn falsetto, high-pitched scream shit, dude. Just bugs the fuck out of me. All that being said, other than that shit, I would love that band. Merciful Fate as well. I just can't get fucking past it, and it just, it pains me to not include them, but you know what? It is what it is. I can't change for you. That's just me. It's just me, okay? So, there's that list. I got other lists and shit. Things I want to do, but right now we are celebrating Halloween, or Samhain, for all of you pagans and heathens out there. Thank you for being part of the tribe. The goddamn, whatever it is. The harvest, right? So, I'm going to play another song for you. And when we get back, I have an interesting story. I have a tale to tell. young lad. So here is a song by, what should I play? Permeating Evil by the band Scars of Suffering. Yes.
Devastating.
Stars of Suffering. The song is called Permeating Evil. I liked it very much. So, boys and girls, I got a little story to tell. I'm sure you're all fairly familiar with the tale of the Bell Witch. Especially any of you that may be from Tennessee or have family in Tennessee or what have you. I'll do a quick little overview for it. John Bell was an asshole who had a family. His neighbor was, what was her name? Bates. Fucking Bates. Betsy. No, Betsy's the daughter. Mary Catherine Cat Bates. Right, that was his neighbor. And he wronged her. There was some kind of dispute. And she cursed him. And people thought that she practiced in the dark arts. So the family's tormented. It's the first documented case of a haunting in the United States. It's also a classic Gothic haunting tale. It's also the first tale in the United States where a ghost is directly responsible for killing a human being. Now that happens mostly in Asia, where ghosts are able to kill people, but that doesn't really happen a lot in the stories that we get in Western Europe and the United States. Most of the time it's just torment, mental torment, that leads you to madness, and then you do the horrible thing yourself. So that's kind of the synopsis of the story, right? The Bell family, particularly John Bell, is being tormented by this ghost, this demon of Cat Bates, right? So Andrew Jackson, the president, okay, the 7th president of the United States. He was elected to presidency in 1832. And he had an encounter with the Bell Witch. So, okay. So here's the story. And this is coming from a book. Let me find the fucking book. Coming from the book written by, let's see. Okay, so this story is coming from M.V. Ingram's book from 1894, book called The Mysterious Spirit, the Bell Witch. Okay, so this shit happens, I guess, before Jackson is elected president, because he was the governor over Tennessee from 1823 to 1825. And his nickname was like Old Hickory. He was a big war hero. So at the time he was a general, right? So it was General Andrew Jackson at the time. Alright, so Andrew Jackson, hearing of the Bell Witch haunting, like many others, decided to travel to the northern Tennessee to see it for himself. As he and his men neared the Bell farm, legend states that one of their wagons got stuck, but not in the mud. Instead, it was just stuck from something, an unseen force. Jackson's men checked the wagons for damage. There wasn't any. The horses wouldn't move. They were just stuck, but they don't know why. So Jackson yells, "By the eternal, boys, this is the witch." To which a disembodied female voice replied, "All right, General, let the wagon move. I will see you tonight." The wagon then started to move on its own accord, and the party was able to continue their journey. So then that night they made camp, and there's a man amongst them who is known as like the witch layer, the witch hunter, who had with him a silver-tipped bullet. He was bullshitting all the guys with Jackson and the little kind of posse that was headed out, all this bullshit. He's telling them stories, and they're all seasoned veterans that fought real war with Andrew Jackson. The War of 1812 and the Battle of New Orleans. And then Jackson just said, "Fuck it, we're taking Florida." So these guys are all hard-nosed fucking like soldiers, like hard asses. And this dude's telling them all these stories about how he's fought with like demons and ghosts and shit. So while this motherfucker is telling all of his grandiose stories, Andrew Jackson leaned in and whispered to one of his men, "I bet this fellow is an arrant coward. By the eternal, I do wish the thing would come. I want to see him run." Suddenly the gathering heard light footfalls prancing. At the same time, the female voice from earlier announced, "All right, General, I am at hand and ready for business." The voice then demanded the witch hunter shoot, but when he tried, his gun wouldn't fire. The braggart was then struck by an unseen force. As he twisted around, he shouted that something was tacking painful pins into him, and it grabbed him like by his nose and lifted him up by his nostrils. He cried out something had him by the nose. And the men were laughing their asses off to see this dude who was talking so much shit to all these soldiers, all these, real fucking hard cases. And now he's being held up by his nostrils by some, like, invisible thing. And the dude was eventually released, dropped to the ground, got up and ran like a bitch, ran away. The witch chimed in once more, "How the devil did run and beg. I bet he won't come through here again with his bull horse pistol to shoot me." The gathering then heard, "I guess that's fun enough for tonight, General." And when the witch is talking to General Jackson, Andrew Jackson, "You can go to bed now. I will come tomorrow night, show you another rascal in this crowd." It is said that after this, Jackson was eager to stay, but his men had enough. They insisted to get the fuck out of there. So Jackson went with them. It's just kind of funny, the dude's sitting there talking shit to all these like hard asses, and the second that desired to see him humiliated and see if he could like actually perform under pressure, and he failed fucking miserably. And all the men were just left rolling and laughing at his ass. But because they saw the power of some invisible thing, they're like, "Well, let's get the fuck out of here." So there you go. There's a little fun little encounter between the Bell Witch and Andrew Jackson. All right, play a song by Demon Hammer, "Opposition to the Cross." Demon Hammer. Opposition to the cross. Alright. So, it's that time of year. Time for a scare. Time to get spooky. Okay. So you guys remember those games we used to play as kids? You know, like the Ouija board, Bloody Mary, that, what is it, Baby Blue, where it's supposed to, like, scratch you. Alright, so I found a couple games that I never heard of, but they all sounded kind of cool. So I'm going to read you a few. So if you guys got no plans, Halloween night, here's what you do. So this one's first one's called the Midnight Game, right? You're going to need, like, pen, paper, candle, yeah. Okay. You write your full name on a piece of paper and place it in front of a wooden door, right? Then light a candle, place it on top of the paper. Wait until just before midnight. Then knock on the door 22 times, timing it so when your final knock happens, it's exactly at the stroke of midnight. Then blow out the candle and open the door. So when you open the door with that intention, you just release what is called the Midnight Man into the world. So it's now going to hunt you. So now you're being hunted. If you want to ever get fucking hunted, all you need is a candle, piece of paper. So it's going to be hunting you for the next, like, 3.5 hours, whatever. So you have to walk around your house in the dark with a candle that's lit, right, until 3:33 a.m. because that is apparently when the Midnight Man disappears. Now, you're walking around the house. It's all dark except for your stupid candle you got there. Okay, if your candle blows out, that means the Midnight Man is close. And if you can't get it relit, then you'd better surround yourself with salt and kiss your ass goodbye. It's not really clear what happens if the Midnight Man finds you, but I'm imagining he's going to rape your asshole, like, brutally. So there's that one. You guys go ahead and try that shit out. Okay? Oh, by the way, I got all these off of bestlifeonline.com, and it's just like scary games to play. There's like 22 of them, or maybe 30 of them. I don't know. There's a bunch of them. They all sound very homoerotic. Okay, the Midnight Man, closet game, all except for the dark mirror ritual. Alright, so I'll tell you about the closet game. Okay, now this is not a game where you hide, like, your sexuality from your parents for years and years, and then one day you're like, alright, mom, dad, I'm gay. No, that's not what this game is. Okay, so here you go. Yada yada yada. You gotta do it up around midnight. Step into a dark closet and close the door. Wait for 2 minutes and then hold out an unlit match while chanting, "Show me the light or leave me in darkness." If you hear faint whispering behind you, light the match right away. Don't let it go out. If you do, that demon will likely grab you and take you with him to pound your ass jail or whatever. The demon has you. As long as the match is lit, you are protected, and we know how long matches stay lit. Not very long. Blah blah blah. Listen as you like whispered. Okay, listen as you like to its whispered, menacing groans. I'm in the closet. When you're ready, slowly reach out of the door, without letting the match go out. Leave the closet. The next morning, you tell your parents that you, as a man, prefer naked other men. And that's the closet game. Alright, I got one more. Dark mirror reflection ritual. Okay. Let's see. Let me read through this bullshit. Find an old mirror, one you don't mind shattering. Take a long, hard look at your own reflection. Think to yourself, should I pop these whiteheads? Breathe onto the mirror. Snort all the coke off of it. Then breathe onto the mirror. That's called anointing a mirror. Until it becomes slightly foggy. Trying this with a group, everyone should breathe on it. Light a candle, hold it against the mirror, burning it slightly. Then, finally, smash the motherfucking mirror. With that, you released a cloud of negative energy which will follow you for the next 48 hours. Good job, stupid. Now, if you could survive to the nighttime, you can outsmart any bad juju by holding your breath, blah blah blah. We're stuck. Survive the night parts, which are terrifying. Okay, so if you make it to the next night without shitting your pants, you'll be rewarded with a full year of limitless good luck. So that's what happened. Someone played this game and they didn't finish it, and now China gave us fucking the Wuhan plague goddamn virus thing. That's what happened. I'll tell you what. That's what happened. Alright. Well, this will be continued on part dos, bitch.